So the Santa Anita Derby not going to get the full allotment of Kentucky Derby points because the field's not big enough. They had a restriction that you need to have at least 6. We got 5 coming up this weekend, but Gabby, we're looking at Journalism, Citizen Bowl, and Barnes, and there is a very highly likelihood that whoever wins this race will be the favorite for the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, it's a very good point, and I liked your throw to this race, that it's not quantity, it's quality, because we are looking at maybe even the first and second choice in this year's Kentucky Derby, depending on how the result is. But Journalism, thus far, he's atop many Derby leaderboards right now. He has been so impressive, Caleb. The question is, can he build off of what he showed us last time out? Does he need to?
This might be one of the most academic, easy to read pace setups I've literally ever seen. We know that Citizen Bowl is going to go to the lead because he's never lost on the lead, and that's the clear instructions. Now, Barnes, this is a great opportunity for him because last time out, Barnes needed to go to the lead itself, but he showed in the San Vicente that he can rate. So this is going to be a tremendous opportunity for Barnes to sit there in second off Citizen Bowl, and we know Journalism will very likely be behind them. But, you know, when I look at Barnes, okay, the horse was the favorite in I think it was pool 3 for the Derby. He was 5-1. Now, if you told those bettors that he was going to go from a 93 buyer to a 102, you're thinking, oh my gosh, he's going to be like 5-2. No, his price tripled to 15-1 because Journalism went by him so easily.
It's all relative, right, Caleb? It depends on who you're running against and who you're finishing behind, because, of course, Barnes did beat him fair and square on the line. Journalism, as you mentioned, he blew right past him in the end. And I do wonder, you talk about the pace scenario. I thought that was really such an impressive performance for Barnes last time out when he made the lead. But he's not making the lead over Citizen Bowl. So what does that mean for Barnes? Is he a horse that can effectively pass a horse like Citizen Bowl when it's all said and done? What I like about Barnes versus Citizen Bowl, and I think the conversation will always come back to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and what you make of that field as a whole. But he has proven that he has taken that proverbial step forward this season, or outside of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. But what I like about Barnes is that it's been a slow and steady progression for him. They've kind of slowly given him those added distances. He's slowly and steady getting better. And he is the type of horse that I think is able to improve a little bit by the time we get to the first Saturday in May. So if I had to choose between the two Bafferts, I'd probably go in the direction of Barnes. But Journalism, man, I think he is the gold star in this race.
Now, we showed earlier that John Sheriff's had his great mare, Zenyatta, who's celebrating her 21st birthday today, believe it or not. And he's going to have Baeza here in the race. Baeza comes from the monster mare that is Puka. How about Puka in the last 2 years gave us Mage, the Kentucky Derby winner, and Dornoch, the Belmont winner. So the dam of Baeza is looking to be the blue hen of the new era.
It's very rare to see, absolutely. And that's a really cool storyline to begin with. This horse is good. I think he's almost still learning. You could see kind of a little bit of a swish of the tail coming down the stretch, but visually this was a very impressive race. I do wonder, though, what is going to happen when he is in a position chasing speed like the speed of Citizen Bowl. That's completely different than what the position that he was in last time out. It's good to run a 93 buyer when you're in a situation like that. You can rate a little bit and then go on from there. But when you're on the engine chasing a horse like Citizen Bowl in a race like the Santa Anita Derby, that's the acid test. That's when you truly are exposed, and we'll see if he can deliver at 6-1. Baeza, a very interesting horse here.
Grade 1 opportunity, race 10 on Saturday. Joaquin Jaime, Kurt Hoover, Matt Bernier, and Simon Bray going to be on the grounds there at the great race place out of the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains, and very likely the winner will be the public choice in the Kentucky Derby.